Hello guys and gals, and welcome back to another Coin Snobz vidya. I am Jason, and today we have some customer wrapped nickel rolls. Pretty basic looking nickel rolls, kind of older looking wrappers, but it's kind of hard to tell if they really are unless they're obvious. Like a lot of times they'll have the bank name or, like West City Savings and Loan or something like that, but these are just your basic, everyday, generic wrappers. Keith picked these rolls up probably about 2-3 months ago. I've been holding on to them for a while now. And of course, there is a giant coin shortage, so kind of hard to get a hold of pretty much any coins, so we're going to tap into our reserves. Anyways, the cool part about these is that on every single one of these rolls is something like this. So we have 1952 Denver, 1954 San Francisco, and 1947 San Francisco. And I would suspect, we haven't peeked in these yet, but I would suspect that these are going to be pretty well worn, but hopefully they stick to the year and mint mark that they say they are. That's 1947, and it is definitely circulated. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pour this first roll out here real quick. I'll just kind of skim through them real fast to see if they are all circulated. Well, that one's circulated, but it's actually in decent condition. And there's the S mint mark. $47S. And so apparently somebody had been holding on to these guys for quite a while and decided that since these aren't exactly key dates or anything like that, that they're just going to go ahead and take them back to the bank. Their loss, our gain. And of course, the cool part about this is that it's pretty unlikely that anybody at any point has checked these for double dice, or of course, repunched mint marks, or lamination, or any of those cool, fun errors. But now that we've got them, guess what? We're going to check them. We're going to check them all. All right. Under the scope, they go. All right, everybody. Here is our overview. Every single coin scrutinized to the fullest under the coin scope. And as you can see here, not a whole lot of stuff. I had a couple of them that I thought that were going to be ray punch mint marks, but they're actually not. Pretty sure they are just damage. As you guys know, sometimes when a coin is hit by another coin or another object, sometimes it gets the detail will get a little smushed and it looks like something that it's not. So after a while, I definitely decided that it was just damage. If you guys are into lamination errors, now that's a different story, because 90% of what you see in front of you is going to be a lamination error. So we will take a closer look at these under the scope and talk a little bit about lamination errors. As you can see, we got 5 of them from 1947, 4 from the 1952s, and 5 of them from 1954. San Francisco, Denver, and San Francisco again. But yeah, it's better than nothing. Let's take a look at them. Alright, so let's start with the 1947s, or at least some of the more interesting ones. First one we have here, pretty typical looking nickel from 1947. Some damage, some scratches, some circulation. And then right up here between the R and the U, and a little bit inside of the U, let's see if we can get a good angle there with the light. Got a little bit of a die crack there, and a couple more right here inside of the U. Nothing dramatic, but they're die cracks. And then here we've got another one with almost the exact same set of die cracks. So I suppose that was a little bit of a weak spot for them. But it's always cool when you find something like this, especially when, you know, I mean, it's just random circulated rolls of coins like this, where you find same year, same mint mark, with the same exact, or almost the same exact error. It makes you wonder if maybe they were from the exact same die set, or, you know, I don't know. One of the interesting things about coin collecting, I think anyways, is the die sets and the die pairs, and just seeing how everything kind of fits together. Alright, and then we got this one here, which is definitely an older die pair. As we can tell by the metal flow, it's definitely starting to get worn and well used. All around the edges there, looks like ripples on on water. But if you look right here, kind of northeast of the E, we have a little bit of lamination. Just the slightest bit of lamination. And then, of course, that little bit of lamination can be compared to this whole lot of lamination on this guy right here. Now, we've talked about lamination before. Lamination is, of course, where the actual mix or the alloys of the metal is improper when they're making the planchets before they strike the coins. And a lot of times when they go ahead and strike the coin, there's gases that are trapped inside the planchet. A lot of times when they go to strike the coin, those gases are released and causes separation in the different layers. And as you can see here, it can get quite dramatic to the point where I've seen pictures of some coins that have actually completely separated in half. A little bit of delamination there. Delamination right here in the center is when an entire piece of the planchet or the coin separates and comes off the coin. So there's actually bits of metal missing right there. And this goes all the way down pretty much through the center of the coin. And then if we flip it over, if I remember correctly, yep, we got some more lamination right here. Not very uncommon in nickels, early nickels, especially war nickels. The ones that were struck the later half of 1942 through 1945. The 35% silver nickels, those suffer from lamination quite a bit. And a lot of these early Jefferson nickels as well, and some Buffalo nickels, of course. I think they were just having difficulty with mixing the metals together to create these planchets, but nothing that you're going to pay your car off with. It's just really cool to see. Moving on to the 1952 Denver strikes now. We have one with a little bit of lamination right here in front of his chin. And then we have one with a whole lot of lamination again. Going through basically a third of the coin. Starting right about here at the tip of the nine and going all the way through about northwest this time. Through the top of Jefferson's head. So as you can see, not super rare, but still super cool to find. Let's see if there's anything on the reverse of this coin. I don't think this one does, not like the 47S that we found. Nope. Just a really smushed D mint mark. And here we've got one that looks like it has a little bit of struck through debris. Actually, a pretty decent amount of struck through debris. Either that or it's lamination, which technically, again, in this case, it would be delamination because the entire chunk or flake of the coin is missing, separated missing. It could be either or. It looks kind of jagged, so it might be delamination, but we've certainly seen a lot of times where a coin has been struck through an object, like either a cloth fiber or a piece of metal, and it's left an imprint similar to that on it. But I don't know, what do you guys think? Leave in the comments below which one you think it is. Is that delamination or has that been struck through something? Alright, now off to some of the 1954 S's. This one right here is, beyond a doubt, struck through debris. See, that's why the other one was a little bit confusing. The other one, again, has a little bit more of a jagged edge around it, so it could be delamination, but this one here is definitely struck through debris. Little teeny tiny bit of lamination right here. Just the slightest amount of lamination. And to cap it all off, I will show you this guy right here, with a pretty decent amount of lamination over here on the left edge. And some delamination where it's actually peeled up and taken part of, like, let's say the W here, a little bit of the T up here, and you can see where some metal has actually separated and folded over from the very edge here, the rim, and has obscured some of the W over here. So yeah, as you can see, lamination errors not so rare on these older nickels. But the really cool part about it, of course, is that every single one of these rolls did in fact have what they said was written on them. The 1947 S roll had nothing but 47 S's, and so on. So definitely at some point somebody was collecting coins, either past, unfortunately, and the people that got the collection didn't know what they had. Maybe it was sold at an estate sale or whatever. But, you know, I mean, realistically, none of these coins were key dates. None of them highly valuable. In fact, most of them are just worth, you know, like a nickel, maybe 10 cents if somebody's looking to fill a book, you know. But the neat part of it is that you never know what you're going to find. Of course, there were double die verses and reverses for 1954S, and there was some anomalies in 1954 for the Denver strikes, so you never know what could be there. And either way you look at it, of course, me and Keith keep anything 1959 and older, and there's some really cool lamination errors here. But anyways, guys, if you like what you see, please go ahead and subscribe. Tick the bell if you want to get notified when we bring out new videos. Just a reminder, of course, we do have merch, which is a great way to support the channel. And until next time, guys, love you all, God bless, and we will see you soon. Thanks for checking us out.